Let's see if I'm live. Oh, my Lord, Lord, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, brothers and sisters. Brother Dave needs some cash. Oh, Lord, I need some cash. I need your fucking money. Please give me your fucking money. There is a link, brothers and sisters, to give me your money. I need your money. I need your fucking money. Oh, Lord, I need some cash. All right, so
Hollywood Access tape where he said, I'm going to grab him by the pussy, and he survived that. Every time he's been...
No, he didn't say, I'm going to grab them. He said, they let you. If you let me do something, then no harm, no foul. Pennsylvania. Now, it says Kamala Harris has a 0.8% lead. I don't think that for a second. I think Trump's probably actually up 2-3, but fuck it. Nevada, Harris narrowly leads. Again, I don't think that for a second. I'll also give Miss Camel Toe the leftist coast. North Carolina, I'm giving that to Trump. I don't care. Sorry, that's not going to happen. Texas, Florida, they go for Trump. All Trump has to do, and again, if I'm being real, I don't believe a 0.8 lead, so I think he's going to flip Pennsylvania. He might flip Nevada. He may flip Illinois, as I'll show you later. But I think Trump's on track to win.
Hey, this is the thing that's going to doom Trump. He's saying the eat the cats thing.
Well, while I have not seen, although I haven't looked out for it, Tim Pool apparently has evidence of it. But I have seen evidence of them killing pigeons and geese. Now, pigeons and geese are wild animals. And I don't know the hunting regulations. For all I know, geese and pigeons are considered pests. But they are killing animals for food. Again, this is America. We don't kill animals for food. We go to the grocery store. We buy our animals already chopped up. Or we go out and hunt in the wilderness. We don't do it in the city. No, this was a guy actually killing a goose. It was another video. No, I've seen it. On X. I can't show it on YouTube. Also, if it was up to me, considering that Kamala will probably get us into World War III, I think men's vote should count double, because we're going to have to be the motherfuckers that fight the son of a bitch. Especially 18-year-old males. Any male 18 to 25, their vote should count triple. Enough pissed off people exist in Illinois, or in Chicago, and they vote for Trump. It doesn't take a majority of them. All Trump would need would be to get 30% of the vote in Chicago, or hell, probably 20%, and the state flips. And this is the sentiment right now in Chicago. With black women, one of the Democrats' core voter bases.
$1 billion in debt on illegal immigrants.
So you have two black ladies. One looks to be a grandma. The other looks to be middle-aged. Screaming about the city being broke. About illegal immigrants. Like it or not, the illegal immigration has taken over the conversation. It's drowned abortion.
Immigrants stealing our money. Y'all stealing our money.
I mean, where is the lie?
You stealing. You stealing.
And again, if the Democrats lose this base, where is their support going to come from? Dipshit, idiot college girls? Who like, I need my abortion rights because I like to get run through like a whore every night. And we have this from the Kamala Harris campaign. Hopefully it goes viral.
When you become president, would you be committing to close immigration detention centers?
Absolutely, on day one. On day one.
Candidate Kamala Harris.
She wants to basically release all the illegal immigrants into the system. How about you just send them the fuck back from where they came from? I guess right now is as good a time as any for me to take this political typology. What political party do I belong to? But first, I have to pee. Alrighty. Now, this is from Pew Research, so I don't know if you want to put the biasy factor. Anyway, this is 16 questions. If I had to choose, would I rather have a smaller government providing fewer services? I'd say a smaller government providing fewer services. The reason I say that is government sucks at everything. Which of the following statement is the closest to your view? America's openness to people from all over the world is essential to who we are as a nation. America's too open to people from all over the world. We risk losing our identity as a nation. You know what? I'm going to go openness. Because we are the great melting pot. Legal! Though, come through legally. In general, you would say experts who study a subject for many years are A, usually better at making good policy decisions about the subject than other people, worse at making good policy decisions about that subject than other people, neither better nor worse. I'm going to say neither better nor worse. Thinking about the increased trade of goods and services between the U.S. and other nations in recent decades, would you say the U.S. has gained more than it has lost because of increased trade, lower prices, increased competitiveness, lost more than it's gained, jobs in manufacturing industry, and lowered wages for some U.S. workers? I'm going to have to say gained, because Lord knows I don't look at a tag on where the fuck a product is made. I said legal immigrants, not illegals. You understand the difference? You want to come to my country? You want to join the club? Great. Come through a legal port of entry to start. How much more of anything needs to be done to ensure equal rights for all Americans regardless of their racial or ethnic backgrounds? Nothing at all. Unless somebody can tell me what rights I have as a cis, straight, white male that everyone else doesn't also have. Which of the following statements is closest to your viewpoint? Business corporations make too much profit. Most corporations make a fair and reasonable. Most corporations make a reasonable and fair amount of profit. How much, if at all, would it bother you to regularly hear people speak a language other than English in public places? I don't give a fuck. Not at all. I just want them to learn enough English so that they can do business with me. English is the default language of America. Learn a little so you can function. Outside of that, if you're sitting with your friends or family or your group, speak whatever fucking language you want. On a scale of 0 to 100, where 0 means you feel as cold and as negative as possible, and 100 means you feel as warm and positive as possible, how do I feel toward Democrats? I guess I'll go about 30, and Republicans, I guess I'll go about 70. Which of these statements Which of these statements best describes your opinion about the United States? The U.S. stands above all other countries in the world. The U.S. was one of the greatest countries in the world, along with some others. There are other countries that are better than the U.S. I'm going to say the U.S. stands above all others, but then again, I have said a million times, I'm incredibly biased. I mean, I'm from here, so, you know, root for the home team. How much of a problem, if any, would you say each of the following are in the country today? People being too easily offended by things others say. I'm going to say a major problem because of the consequences. People saying things that are very offensive to others. I'm going to say minor problem. Which comes closer to your view of candidates for political office if neither is exactly right? I usually feel like at least one candidate who shares most of my view. None of the candidates represent my views well. Well, it depends on the candidate. I guess I'm going to go at least one candidate shares most of my views. That's usually how elections work. In general, how much do white people benefit from advantages in society that black people do not have? Not at all. Do you think greater social acceptance of people who are transgender is... Oh, God. All right, I'm going to say somewhat good. But, again, there are limits to how far I will go in this. Overall, would you say people who are convicted of crimes in this country serve... Oh, God. Because I'm conflicted on this one. Because you have people that are in there for nonviolent drug offenses for like 50 fucking years. Meanwhile, you have somebody who commits a brutal rape that's out in 5. Oh, this is driving me nuts. You know what? Because of the drug war, I have to go too much time. Which of the following statements comes closest to your view? Religion should be kept separate from... Boom, there's not a debate in that one. In the future, do you think U.S. policy should try to keep America the only military superpower? It'd be acceptable for another country to become as powerful as the U.S. For me, I'm more of an isolationist. All right. What political group do I am basically a committed conservative. Odd. But, okay. My thing is, equality has been achieved. Deal with it. Alright, I guess I'm a committed conservative, at least according to this. Alright, what are we doing? What the fuck is she doing? Okay. So, by the way, she's breathed in the chemicals from spray paint. She's breathed in melted plastic. If I hired this woman to be my goddamn interior decorator, I'd fire her and demand my money back.
Add to the design. Now I'm going to be using remote control push lights and just putting it inside the bowls.
Oh my God. Not to be an ass, that looks like shit. That looks like absolute fucking dog shit. And I know about as much about interior decorating as... I can't even think of a joke. I didn't think I'd ever defend the shelf full of books. Like, this looks like crap. You can tell there's just cheap battery-operated lights in there.
My mind immediately went back to our Asian American brothers and sisters here who were attacked, who were assaulted, who were endangered.
Yeah, but Black Lives Matters. That's who is doing most of the attacking, not white people, motherfucker. So either you're being disingenuous or you're just straight up lying. Where did COVID originate from? Oh, I believe it was Wuhan, China. Fuck you. Look, here's the thing. If they are killing them for food, we need to ask ourselves a few questions. Like, can we get these people a couple of sandwiches so they don't have to do that? We're not Venezuela, for Christ's sakes.
American Lives tells you everything
It originated from a lab in Wuhan, China. Go fuck yourself. Then why are there a bunch of black people for Trump and Latinos for Trump and Asians for Trump? Trump seems to have a pretty eclectic base. The only one that's voting for Kamala are the wine box white liberal women. Do I support free housing? No. Do I support free sandwiches? Yes. Here's my honest opinion of free lunch at schools. I don't like the message it sends to kids that, and I don't like free lunch at schools. It's the parents' responsibility to feed their child, not me and every other taxpayer's. Okay? And it takes 90 seconds to make a lunch. And it's cheap as fuck. Okay? That being said, I guess the amount of money that we're wasting on it isn't that big of a deal, but I just don't like the message it sends of, don't look to your parents, look to Big Daddy government. That's what I don't like. There were kids on free lunches. I was friends with one. I would often buy him shit when we got to high school when the free lunch wasn't enough for a teenage boy. And I knew he was hungry, so I bought him shit. My mom knew, she didn't give a fuck. But that's the way it should be. He's my friend. I have more than him. I'll help him out of the kindness of my heart. Not the government ripping money out of my account to put into his. I will say that I will agree that maybe they don't have enough to eat at schools. But then again, school is only responsible for one meal and nobody's going to starve if they have a light lunch. 2, food stamps are more than generous. I've debunked this a million times.
When Donald Trump lied to the American people about just how deadly the coronavirus...
Oh my God, COVID was not fucking deadly, you bald piece of shit! It was a bad flu that they blew up into this super scary thing. Yeah, it was killing Grandma. Guess what? Grandma's been on death's door for a while. Joe Black has been kind of reading Sports Illustrated going, she's got like 10 minutes left.
Virus was, and he admitted
COVID was not deadly. But once again, we're Americans. What do? We overreact. But it wasn't that deadly of a fucking disease. In fact, I find it extremely comical to see people wearing masks in 2024. Jesus fucking Christ. How much you want to bet this jackass is still wearing a mask? How much you want to bet both these jackasses are still wearing a mask?
wearing a mask to...
Oh my God, if you can breathe through the fucking mask, you can catch the virus.
Law 101 class.
Oh, of course you do, Iron Gullet.
But what...
I really hope you're not pulling a boogie.
Reasonably likely to...
But if you're not, and I talk to you, I don't think you're that bad. I don't think you're that bad. I hope you recover. Speedy recovery. And actually, you know what? Here's to Iron Gullet's speedy recovery. More often than not with this show, it's people just yelling at each other and trying to talk over one another.
Harris was asked about healthcare, and unlike Donald Trump, who quite literally has no plan, in fact said he had the concepts of a plan, but excused himself by saying he wasn't president, therefore he didn't
Get a job with healthcare, you'll be fine.
have a plan. Yeah, but
get a job with health insurance, you'll be fine.
But my guy, you're running for president. But Kamala Harris, also, once...
Great! I don't want my fucking hospital run like the fucking DMV! And again, this is kind of a sticking point with me, because my mom was diagnosed with cancer. She got diagnosed on like a Tuesday, and by Friday, she had her first chemo session. That's why I like our medical system. It is fast! Okay? And yeah, I got no problem paying for it. It's fine. I'm making shit. I will ban every motherfucking one of you. If you're sitting here saying I made up my mom had cancer. I will ban every fucking one of you. Okay, not a problem. I didn't call you a liar. I raised my beer to you, for Christ's sakes. I'm not making shit up about the healthcare system. My mom was diagnosed on a Tuesday and was in chemo on a Friday. That's how quick it moved. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Well, I have no documentation one way or the other. I have nothing but your good word, Iron Gullet. But I raised my beer to you.
That allows...
Oh my god, and this little soy boy cuck fucking... You know what I want to say, but I can't say it on YouTube anymore. So you're saying... My friend... You wouldn't have a three-way? Like, literally, your wife is sitting there with the cute girl that you've been eyeing at Starbucks? And don't tell me you haven't. Give me a fucking break. And they both want to fuck you at the same time? You're not gonna fucking do it! Alright, look. I know I've not been the biggest friend of polygamy in the past. Let me just say this. The reason I generally think it's a bad idea or an open relationship is a bad idea is jealousy tends to rear its ugly head at some point. But whatever. I don't give a fuck what these people do.
Telling me. Okay, I'm sorry. So if a man is participating while his wife is getting...
Oh, bullshit! No, there's a completely different thing. There is a completely different set of rules when it comes to girls. Okay? A guy that is willing to suck another man's dick while they both fuck his wife is a completely different can of worms to a woman who allows her pussy to get eaten by another chick while they're both fucking her husband. That might not be fair, that might not be consistent, but it is absolutely fucking true. Like it or not, I just deal with what is. All right. I think that's where I'm going to end this. Good night, everybody.